Hey guys, Wyatt Claypool here, and I am happy to announce to you all today that hard work and dedication still pays off here in Canada. A great example of this is Federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, because that man has been dedicatedly working hard to make sure that every single Canadian thinks he's an insufferable idiot. That guy has been absolutely grinding it out, both in Parliament and social media, to make sure that not a single Canadian doesn't think that he has no spine and that he will always capitulate to Justin Trudeau when the chips are down, even if he has all of the control. And now his hard work has paid off, and he is slated to lose his re-election in whatever riding he chooses to run in the Burnaby area, because his riding in redistribution has been split into two different ridings, and regardless of which one he chooses to run in, he has a not very good chance of being reelected. But before we get into the current projections, I just want to go back and look at his past election results to show that he was never even in that good of a position to begin with. But before I do that, just want to remind you guys, if you're not yet a subscriber of this channel, go and hit that subscribe button and like this video. Well, let's start back in 2019 in the by-election. This is why people are saying that after February we might have a federal election, because that's when Jagmeet Singh will qualify for his pension. I don't think we're going to have a snap election after February, because Singh also has other NDP MPs breathing down his neck who don't get their pensions until October. But here we go. This is Singh in 2019. He got 38% of the vote. His second place opponent got 26.02. That's a pretty good showing for Jagmeet Singh, considering that he's actually a Brampton politician and he moved out to BC looking for a riding. Then in the 2019 general election, he got 37% of the vote, 37.6, and his conservative opponent got 30.92. Then in 2021, he actually improved quite a bit, got 40.3% of the vote, and his liberal opponent got 30.4. Now, not only is he losing heavily in one of these ridings and the other one's more of a 50-50, but he's actually losing to a conservative, even though it showed that his main opponent was more likely to be a liberal in past elections. Only in one out of the three did a conservative come second place. Look at this. So this is Vancouver, Fraserview, South Burnaby, and this actually makes up more of his original riding than the other one we're going to look at, which is Burnaby Center. So in Vancouver, Fraserview, South Burnaby, we see that they're projecting if an election was held today, the Conservative would get 36% of the vote, the Liberal would get 32%, which is surprising considering the Liberals are heavily down in BC, but this is generally a not so bad area for them. And Jagmeet Singh would get 28% of the vote. And the percent chances they then give to each party to win the race, they give 74% to the Conservative, 22% to the Liberal, and Jagmeet Singh gets a substantial 4%. And let me preface all these results by saying that obviously a leader is going to dump a lot of resources into their own riding if they ever think they're in danger. So I don't think that Jagmeet Singh would truly be at just a 4% chance of winning. But the fact that if we just assume a generic NDP is running in this riding, that they would get wiped out, that the floor would get mopped with their limp body, demonstrates how bad of an effect Jagmeet Singh has had on the NDP. Like, obviously, Justin Trudeau has also been a terrible leader, but Jagmeet Singh somehow takes the cake because Justin Trudeau's in charge of the government. He's done a terrible job, obviously, but Jagmeet Singh's only job is to sit there and criticize Trudeau and hold his feet to the fire and try and extract benefits for his side. And he can't even do that. Even with no pressure, he cannot function with no pressure. Okay, but maybe he has a chance in another riding. So let's check out what's happening with Burnaby Central, which I believe is coming mostly from the riding of Burnaby North Seymour. So part of old Burnaby South is in this riding, and then some of Burnaby North Seymour. This one is more beneficial for Jagmeet Singh because it is a more left-wing riding historically. This is a riding where it's basically just the Liberals and the NDP fighting over it, with only the Conservatives coming in at like 21, 22%. But even this one is terrible for Jagmeet Singh, and the Conservatives are still on top. A riding that typically most of it would be leaning heavily liberal. So the Liberals, I believe, yeah, Terry Beach won this riding with 39% of the vote back in 2021. A NDP candidate came in with 29%, and a Conservative was behind with 25%. And now, Jagmeet Singh, if he decided to run here, which again is not exactly a guarantee, considering that then they would have to replace somebody for his, like, swap someone in for his old riding, and that this riding is a large portion of it is like mostly people who don't know who Jagmeet Singh is, so he'd be starting from scratch once again. This is horrible. He shouldn't be at 50-50. He should be at, if you're a leader, like 90-10 at worst. This is demonstrating that people think that Jagmeet Singh is just a terrible leader. It's not just that the Conservatives are surging. If the Conservatives were surging, yeah, Jagmeet Singh would be in some trouble. But it's that the Liberals are falling. So the Liberals are falling, and somehow Jagmeet Singh is not capturing any of that support. Jagmeet Singh is getting none of it because nobody likes Jagmeet Singh. And it's his positioning on the issues. It's that he can't actually ever hold down an attack on Justin Trudeau for more than 5 seconds. Remember the GST holiday thing that just happened? Jagmeet Singh was supporting the Liberal legislation, and then suddenly at the last moment he says he doesn't support it because it doesn't go far enough. And then the Liberals just say, who cares? And then the Liberals and Conservatives defeat his motion to have, or his change to the piece of legislation to make certain aspects of the GST holiday permanent. And then after that gets defeated, he sort of, gets snippy with Trudeau and Poilievre for 5 seconds. And then he just votes for the Liberals' GST holiday anyways. And then he attacks the Conservatives for not voting for it. He cannot stick to a position. He is the politician for absolutely nobody, let alone a conservative person. He has never attempted to get a moderate center-right voter. He only keeps pushing more and more left, and there's no more left to go. He is up against the wall, and because Justin Trudeau is also extremely dumb, he's been chasing Jagmeet Singh for increasingly progressive voters, which makes no sense. Both of those parties are losing people on their right to Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives, which I guess is a good thing because I'm a conservative and I want them to win. But as somebody who wants, politics to make sense, who wants our politicians to make sense with what they do, I'm like frustrated watching Trudeau and Singh keep going left when obviously they should be going right. Like the Liberals are kind of going right on some of the policies, like reducing immigration, which is good. It's not nearly enough. They should be slashing immigration way more. But at least on that front, they're kind of moderating a bit. But their language and the way that they're like positioning themselves rhetorically keeps going more left. Like they're attacking Jagmeet Singh for not believing in climate change now. They keep expanding spending on a bunch of programs, but then they'll sometimes do something slightly right. Like this whole GST HST tax holiday was a way of pretending like they take tax reform seriously. At the same time, they're about to increase the carbon tax in April. Make it make sense. Anyways, that's it for me today, guys. I just want to comment on this because I saw how bad the polling was, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the last time I talked about how bad Singh was doing, I was talking about him having like a 25% chance of not winning re-election, and now he's just like not favored at all. So that's it for me today, guys. Have a good one.